So the 2018 Golden Globes took place recently, and I had the pleasure of painting on the face of Miss Lily James, and she is absolutely stunning and sweet as pie, and it was a delightful experience, and I loved her in the very ruffly Valentino black, of course, gown that she wore, and I just thought that, you know, I should probably dress similarly as I do a tutorial on exactly how I did her makeup for that night. So, you know, I have on this, I think, like $20 bodysuit from Bloomingdale's from probably 8 years ago. So it's pretty similar, and I'll probably use, well, I will use makeup for my coloring as far as, you know, brow color and skin tone, but everything else will be the products exactly that I used on her. So you can see exactly how to do it on yourself. So I always start with a whole lot of hydration. So before I put on any oil or moisturizer, I always do some sort of nutrient mist toner. This one is a favorite from True Botanicals, and if you could smell this, you would know why. It's so delicious. So that's always the first thing, and the reason that I do that first is because it helps, having your skin slightly wet will help any oil that you put on really penetrate. So this is a really special product. It's from Biossance, which is a company that was I think that the growth of the company was what's so incredibly appealing to me. Not just that the product itself feels wonderful. It's really soft and velvety, not greasy. You can see it's not laying on top of my skin. It really does absorb extremely quickly. And so the cool thing about this product is that it's a squalane oil, which is the byproduct of the treatment for malaria, which that for me was like, I sold a million times over, funded or backed by Bill and Melinda Gates to make this come to life. An amazing company is the parent company, Aritst, and they realized that they had this excess of product and that they wanted to do something with it. So Biossance was created. Squalane, this one is a squalane and vitamin C rose oil, which I absolutely love. And vitamin C helps to brighten. Sorry about all that noise. And then anywhere on the face that needs a little extra hydration, I like to then top it off with moisturizer. If you don't use anything else. Oil for many of us is enough, and oil for me is often enough. But for a red carpet event, I want to make sure that she has sufficient moisture around her eyes. There is a beautiful eye cream as well from Biossance that I really love. It's a gel, and I use it all the time, but I had this in my kit, so I put it here and a little around the mouth, and then I always bring it down onto the neck. So, and many of you know, because you have been writing into me and asking what powder I use on clients, and my answer is I really almost never use powder. Don't like how it reads for the most part. There really are not phenomenal options in the green beauty world yet. Sorry, everyone who makes them. It's not that they're bad. It's just that for across the board skin tones, I haven't found great matches. RMS has a really beautiful one. Ilia makes a really lovely one. Oh, and Juice Beauty has a lot of, you know, a nice range. Still, we're looking for some darker skin tone options. So powder, I don't really ever go there. What I will do after this has a chance to set, I will take a blotting paper and go over the areas that tend to be the most shiny. So I'll show you that in a second. But what I do first is eyes. And I know that a lot of people don't do that. And the reason that I do is simply because I touch my clients' faces as even my own face, as I'm doing my eyes. So if I had perfected the skin, I would be leaving fingerprints on it. So for me, eyes first. Forgot my trusty mirror. So I'm going to start, as I always do, by curling the lashes. So actually I pulled another lash curler to show you a different one. This is a lash curler from a wonderful man named Troy Surratt, who has a makeup line, not from in the green beauty space, but beautiful line, beautiful line, and he made a phenomenal eyelash curler. So always curling at the root and angling your lash curler just a bit towards your nose, whichever side you're on, to get those outer lashes up higher. Okay, that is a little trick of mine. And I love to get super close to the root. I mean, when I'm doing it on myself, I can feel that it almost feels like I'm pulling it out, but I'm not. So I can only imagine for my clients that, you know, when they're new to working with me, it's a little scary. And then I'll curl a little bit in the middle as well. I used to always curl the tip too, but then I realized it really doesn't matter. It doesn't show one way or the other. Okay, so then for the eye, I used 2 of my favorite creamy shadow sticks.